Hello everybody and welcome to round number 6 of the Season 3 of the Sunoco Elite Series. We are back at Portland for our third time in a row. In our two previous seasons, pit stops has been a huge part of it, but before we get to the race, before we get to the starting lineup, we have one big thing to announce. Another big thing will come after the race in a video after the race probably before round 7, after this round. We have a huge announcement, so get ready for that too. But after Las Vegas, both the Arnts had some personal issues to take care of, and because of that, they both pulled out of the season, pulled out of the series for the time being. Possibly, it's basically an undeterminable length. We don't know if and when they're going to return, but they had to get replacements for the rest of the season, so this should get fun. And those people are the 05 of Kyron Malcher, I'm not sure what it is. Taking the 05 car for Team Flame Racing, qualifies in the top 10, so lots of hope there with Team Flame Racing. But then the huge surprise out of all this is the fact that the 74 car was replaced with Jack Halleck. Halleck qualified on the front row in P2 alongside the reigning champion, and the fact that he beat everyone in qualifying but the reigning champion, that's a huge accomplishment in this series. But like said on the poll today, is Zachary Fitzwater Sr. has been around since Season 1 and is your reigning champion, finally getting his championship back on track alongside Jack Halleck, the rookie. In row 2, we have Nick Pericles, the highest-ranked Epic Motorsports, in P3 alongside William Brock, who's looking very strong in this championship. P4 in the championship, starts P4 in the race. In row 3, Carson Bowers, the New Jersey winner this season. Very strong in qualifying, very strong in practice. P5, watch out for him in this race alongside Ryan Monaco in one of his highest starts of his career in P6. In row 4, we have Alexander Rowe, who currently sits P6. He's the highest rank B driver in the points position, so he's got to keep that up, so he will be on row 4 alongside Roman Rahal, who has his best qualifying of the season, in 8th place. On row 5, we got Vance Caldwell, the second in points now, alongside Kyron Malcher, the rookie, making his debut today. Our points leader by 54 points is now Max Anderson. After winning 2 races in a row, it's kind of inevitable that this was going to happen. Problems in qualifying though. Jeffrey Finguy and Philip Scott had problems in qualifying, but most of all, William Duncan was very far back in qualifying, made a mistake, ran wide right here, right around here, ran wide and just could not recover it. We'll start from the rear of the field today. So lots of pressure on William Duncan with Maverick GP, but his teammates, the people he recruited, starting both in the top 8 with their new driver starting in P2. Jack Halleck looking very, very impressive early in his career. Lots of people already saying he'll be going places later in this series, and I wouldn't doubt that one bit. With this qualifying performance, with the practice performance he was putting in, he has looked so strong today, and he's basically known as a road course ringer. He said it himself, he hopes to be a road course ringer around here, so maybe he's going to start proving that here in Portland by winning on debut. If he can do that, he would only be the second person to do so, behind Trek Tauger, who did it in Mid-Ohio Season 1. So can Jack Halleck join Trek Tauger and win on debut around the last corner, and we will begin this 39-lap charge from start to finish. Zachary Fitzwater Sr., the reigning champion, will lead him down to the green flag in Portland. Green flag is out. The starting zone is really far back here in Portland, and the order gets so jumbled in the back right at the start as we scramble down to turn 1. Halleck, all the way on that apron. Will that benefit him? No. Fitzwater on the outside. He will get the lead early. Pericles going for P2 from P3. going for P2 on the rookie, Jack Halleck. And he'll get it. Halleck cannot find his rhythm. It's a lot different when you're in an actual race instead of qualifying, so he's got to get used to it. But he's facing William Brock, one of the absolute best right now. Very, very big problem for Jack Halleck early. Losing possibly 2 positions right off the start. He needs to get ahead of Brock. He needs to clear him. It looks like he might. If he can just clear William Brock, he will. Alright, Jack Halleck will slip into the 3rd position in his 74 Snickers car. Oh, Lorenz runs wide. Huge problem, Lorenz Alog, as he'll come out right next to his championship rival. Anderson, what happened to Lorenz Alog? As he was actually, because Bowers and Monaco were fighting, they just got loose, and Lorenz Alog pushed wide. Lets all these people go, and slips in behind Sean Angel, who's looking very impressive today as well. Sean Angel, we haven't seen him this strong ever. So, Sean Angel looking very impressive so far this race. Battle for the lead between Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and Nick Pericles, with Jack Halleck not far behind P3. Even podium on debut, that still hasn't been done much. With the exception of Season 1, where everyone was rookies, there hasn't really been many people to get podium on debut. And, obviously, Tauger's one of them. We're going to see, can Halleck join? We'll have to calculate that list afterwards. That'll be an interesting list. But Pericles makes a mistake. Jack Halleck has the inside line. He's going to be stronger through this sector. This lap, fastest lap past the first lap, was Nick Pericles, then Jack Halleck. So Fitzwater, or past second lap, so Fitzwater really has not been getting his groove on yet. But he is your leader. Carson Bowers, still exactly where he started in this race, P6. But Ryan Monaco has been digging through this field. With the 5th fastest time, that'll happen. Alright, this is interesting. Audrey Baranowska is coming in the corner. They make it 3 wide in Portland. Forced a Monaco hard into the tire barrier. Monaco would get out okay, but frustrated. But if you watch, keep a look on the left side of the screen here. As they come in, Audra gets randomly loose. A tire, I believe, went down there, because I don't think there was any contact. I don't think there was any contact with anyone here. I think, yeah, a tire went down, hits her teammate. Her teammate, Philip Scott, past winner here, goes into a wall, and they're both out. Horrible luck for them, horrible luck for Rookie. So, Stukel isn't actually out of the race. We thought she was, but there was something involving Stukel, though. Gerard Aron coming in turn 1. They break late, and Stukel, nowhere to go, would spin Gerard Aron and cause herself a lot of damage. She would come into the pits, get it repaired, and get back out on track. So, bad luck for Laughter Stukel, but she's still alive in this. As Jack Halleck continues to fend off William Brock behind. William Brock is just so strong. But right now, provisional points leader remains to be Max Anderson. It looks like, because 54-point deficit is a hard thing to make up in one race. Even though at most you can get 120 points, it's still really difficult to get past someone who's 54 points ahead of you in one race. To guarantee himself the points lead going into next race, all he has to do is get in the top 10. Finish within the top 10, and Max Anderson will continue to be your points leader as we go into round 7. Which, to do that, all he needs to do is get past Ray Hall. That's it. Get past Ray Hall and stay there, and he will get his points lead back. I believe I saw both Halleck and Fitzwater make mistakes. Here comes Brock for P3. And that's an easy position. Oh, Halleck fights back. Halleck is not too keen to be giving up this position. Fitzwater did not give up his position, though. Halleck, can he clear Brock? Around this sweeping right-hander. Oh, and he will do it in the same section twice. He'll clear him again. But Brock right on the back of him. One mistake at a Halleck, and that could get real ugly. But it won't. That's a section that can be very prone to crashing. After Sunoco back in the pits for more damage repairs. And Audra, after all that, does stay in the race. I would say barely, but holding up her teammate, she is disturbing her whole team today. Oh, Brock back on Halleck. And look at that. Both Halleck and Fitzwater once again make mistakes. Can Fitzwater fight back against Pericles? Both of these guys going for career win number 3. Brock gets past Halleck. Halleck is going to slip back into P4. Both of these guys are looking for career win number 3. Brock looking for his 6th, which would tie on the all-time win list all the way at the top, even with inactive drivers. James Constantine has 6. That's the most in the series. Brock is P3, and he's looking for it. Halleck still looking for 1 because this is debut. And Baranowska's. Oh my god, Monaco has dropped. Did Audra do something? Audra trying to make a move on her teammate. A lap down. This would force Ryan wide. Ryan out and would hit the tire barrier. Joined by Alexander Rowe, who would do the same thing. We've seen that happen a few seasons. Oh, did something happen here? Does something happen here? This is dangerous. Nope. Safe re-entry. That's how you re-enter the track. Good job, Rowe. Good job re-entering the track there. That's a pro at work. Able to stay on track. Good and safe. I thought I heard contact behind. We'll stick with Ryan. Here's Anderson trying to pass Audra. And Anderson trying to get to Caldwell now. Anderson's in a position to keep his points lead, but that's his points rival. If Anderson wants to extend the lead, getting past Caldwell would be the way to do it. Jack Halleck sitting comfortably in P4. Fitzwater in first place. All the top 4 are separated by about the same gap between each one of them. So none of these top 4 are out of it, not even Halleck here. I would even say some of the people back here aren't out of it. And Anderson making the move on Caldwell. No. As Finguy would tag the back of Carlson. And into a tire barrier. Both of them would go. That's what I heard back then. I rechecked at the sound when it happened. That's what I heard when it happened. So, Finguy, damage, and Carlson Jr. is out of the race. Bad luck. As you continue to watch this battle, Anderson on the back of Caldwell, but Caldwell on the back of Carson Bowers, Anderson's teammate. I don't think Anderson wants to see Caldwell get past his teammate, who's also been looking very strong today. Halleck pushed wide by a lap car. Halleck having trouble with lap cars here in Portland. As Fitzwater leads, Pericles second, Brock third, Halleck fourth, and Vincent in 5th, all the way from 14th position. He is exceeding expectations for me right now. Won here last season, and a possibility to do it again. He sits P5, getting ever so close to Jack Halleck. Does it go back to the front? Oh, Brock. Brock is such a threat. Brock pulls the 4th fastest lap of the race and has now closed the gap on Nick Pericles. Here is Vincent and Paulson. Paulson hasn't been performing what he did last season. Vincent needs to find his way around, and he will. He'll just push his way through. Here's a rivalry that no one wants to see again. Caldwell and Vincent, who got crashed in the last race by Benoit, but there was some blaming between each other on what happened, so not sure if that's going to carry through to this race. But Caldwell's just going to demand his way by Paulson. And with Vincent running it wide, Caldwell closes that gap ever so close to the back of Vincent. Fitzwater now demanding. Pericles retaliates on that time. And so does Brock. And so does Halleck. Wow. The top four are blazing. All four of them were able to get into the 111s that time around. And the fastest one was Nick Pericles. No one else was close enough in times. Caldwell is gone. He pits. Ooh. It's a little early. He's shortcutting the Delta. Fastest man on track, Jack Halleck, with a 1:11.9. No! Oh. Is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, I made a mistake there. Yes, Halleck is fastest man on track. Rookie on debut. Well, at this time. Because Caldwell shortcut that pit delta. So when's the pit delta really coming into play? He was just getting tires and fuel, right? Is the 95 out on track or is he still in pit lane? Oh. No, I believe he just got out. I'm not sure. Lorenzo Log out of the pits now. Damage all repaired. But the problem is now he's disrupting Nick Pericles. Fast man on track this time around. Was Pericles again. But oh, Halleck is only 4.3 seconds out of the leader. Vincent also not amazingly far, but he's still 4 seconds out of Halleck. I think there might have been a problem with Caldwell. I think Caldwell definitely had an issue. I'm not sure because no one else has pit yet. We've already gone 2 lap passes. This will be the 3rd lap pass when Caldwell pit. Nothing. I think there might have been an issue. Alright, this time around, what are times looking like? 1:12.5, 1:13.1, 1:13.5, 1:12.7. So Fitzwater, fastest car on track. Halleck, second fastest car on track. Oh, nope, Vincent. Fastest guy on track is Adam Vincent. And no, matched by Anderson. Looking back through, making sure it's Anderson this time. Yeah, Max Anderson. Currently, your fastest car on track. Now hunting his teammate. With their team owner all the way up here leading this race. By about 1.5 seconds. But now, Brock starting to catch Pericles, and Halleck starting to catch both of them. Halleck, P4, very impressive. 4 laps after Caldwell pit, and no one else has pit yet other than Lorenzo Log. Last, oh, think I, oh, what happened, Gerard? Gerard would just lose the rear end of the car and would hard impact into the tire barrier all on his own. So he would try to limp it back. He had power for a little bit, but then the power just died right there. You saw that smoke dissipate. That means no more power. But the fastest man on track, once again, Jack Halleck. But we'll run wide there, and we'll lose time. Now a problem stands. Pericles is closing his gap because Fitzwater can't seem to find his way around Finguy, the entire Team Flame Brigade, having power unit issues as well, which is why all of them have already pitted, except for Shepard, who has decided not to pit and stay out on track and try to nurse the power unit, try to get it back in play while on track, but I don't think that's working. Here we go again, back at the front. The gap is getting smaller. Brock is pit. Okay. Brock, I think that's a shortcut on the pit delta. I think that's the pit delta he's needing. I don't think that's a power unit issue. Not one bit. Brock has seemed so strong today. I would highly doubt that that's a power unit issue. I believe he's shortcutting pit strats, which helps a few people. This puts Halleck in a podium position, so if it is a problem, that would be huge for Halleck. As weirdly, Lorenzo Long is able to run with these guys. No, I was about to say it's Lorenzo Long. There we go. Pit delta. Pit delta is met. So yeah, Brock was cutting the pit delta, which is interesting. How will that play? A few more people in pit lane. Windhelm. Oh no, these people were people who shortcut the pit strat as well. Okay. Here comes Fitzwater down. Oh, that just held up. That 74 car. That's not good. Here comes Fitzwater into pit lane. He needs a good pit stop. He's taking 2 tires though. Can Vincent jump Halleck? No. Looked like he may have if he had the right strat. Oh my. It's tightened up. Vincent tagged by Benoit Vervine. Not good. And Anderson jumps his teammate. P5 for Max Anderson. Going to try to pull what William Brock pulled last season by winning 3 races in a row. Brock did it last season. He did it at Calder Park, Carbon Park, and La Colina. Now Anderson's trying to do it Lime Rock Park, Las Vegas, and Portland. But he's still a little ways out. Halleck lost a lot of time. He's a few seconds out now. But this top 3 battle is just heating up. Any lap cars ahead. Audra hits. Oh, hopefully no one has a really, really dangerous pit exit. No, no one's close enough in the pit to the pit exit. Maybe Audra to Halleck. No, she just pulled in. No. So Jack Halleck out of pit stops now. Oh, Nick Pericles for the lead. For the lead of this race. Can he get it? Yes, he will. Nick Pericles, your new leader. Oh, all 3 of them don't run a tight line, though. Halleck runs a real nice line. So does Vincent, though, who actually had, over the course of that pit stop, about 1.5 seconds faster than Halleck. So Vincent looking fast. And Anderson was faster. Brock's you can't really calculate because he cut the pit. So he does have warmer tires, but now their tires are starting to warm up. So it doesn't really matter. I don't think cutting that pit stop delta was a good idea. But Nick Pericles in the lead, coming to 19 to go. At a road course, that's still a while. So, what about pit stops this time? Pericles 111.8, Fitzwater 113.3, Brock 112.8, Halleck 112.6, Vincent 112.3, and then they start to decrease speed as they go back. So, Halleck and Vincent on a Charger. 112.3, 111.9. Oh, God. 111.5 for Nick Pericles. Oh, my. Oh. William Brock. Possibly looking for a good line. Here's Adam Vincent, too. Oh, there's fighting now. Adam Vincent looking for the spot on Halleck. Halleck in his first career start. Also, Anderson closes behind. Both of the Fitzwater cars behind are running 1:12.1s. But Vincent is just so fast. He's incredible around this circuit. He knows this circuit. He's won at this circuit. Though it was down to pit strategy, if it wasn't for his maximum performance, he wouldn't have been in a position to do that last season. Vincent is just one of the absolute best at this track, and the other one who's won here, Philip Scott, is out of this race. So Vincent is the only past winner here who may have an actual chance, who is yet again making a charge at Jack Hadlick, and yet again not getting it done. Hercules 1:11.7 that last time around. That would have been the second fastest lap if he had not set that time earlier to get the first fastest. He is pulling some of the outright fastest laps we have ever seen around this circuit. Fitzwater can't even contend. Here we go again. Oh my god! 1:11.2 out of Nick Pericles. That is more than a second faster than that last lap out of Fitzwater. What is happening? Brock losing speed, Halleck catching. What's the gap between Halleck and Brock? It's about 3 seconds. But it's about half a second to Vincent. Who were pulling 1:11.9s compared to Nick Pericles. Okay, these guys need an absolute miracle to beat him at this point. Once he got in front of Fitzwater, he has just been bolting in his Toyota Camry. That number 2 car has just found a whole nother gear. His lap is more than 4/10 faster than anyone else's fastest lap. Oh, someone blew their engine. Benoit Ravine blew his engine. Oh. Poor Benoit. It wasn't really having too good of a race, though. What was that last lap out of Pericles? On the outside of a 3 wide. This could be the miracle they were looking for. Pericles, hold on. There we go. He held on. Okay. Just barely. But this closes Fitzwater. 1:14.2 compared to 1:11.6. Fitzwater not giving up just yet. Pericles tried an inside move on Ryan. He's getting desperate. All that pace he had was gone because of Monaco. We have now seen the pace that Pericles can put on the table. But he needs a clear track, and right now he doesn't have that. Fitzwater won the entire championship last season. And like said, I believe I had already said this, but this may be... No, I have not. I will not announce that. Okay. Not yet. There's something coming. But, oh, Pericles on the outside. He's trying to make an outside move. That would be a great move if he can get it done. But I don't think he can. Doing a move on the outside is impressive if done correctly. And he might. He might. We're coming in corner. He needs to brake late. Oh, he tried to brake late. But he wasn't able to. Fitzwater getting so close. Pericles can do nothing. Fastest guy on track. Halleck. 1:12.0. Last time around. Fitzwater buried in traffic. But now has the lead. He doesn't care that he's buried in traffic. He's just happy he has this lead. How can Pericles retaliate? Oh my god. Oh my. This is the comparison between a champion and just a winner. If you're just a winner, you still have trouble with lap cars. If you're Fitzwater, you can do this. He just passed all those lap cars in just one string of corners. This is the power that Zachary Fitzwater holds. Oh my. Here we go. Halleck versus Brock for the podium. This may not be over just yet because Pericles is only one car separating them, and Fitzwater now has another lap car separating. That's another rookie on debut, Kyron Malcher. Or Malcher, I'm not sure. I may need clarification on that. And then Caldwell, a slow Caldwell up ahead. Brock has to see what's behind him now. Fastest car on track. Kyron Malcher by 1,000th of a second. But it was Kyron Malcher, right? 1:12.562. 1:12.3, yep. Jack Halleck, your fastest car on track, as he has caught Brock, and he's trying to make a move. I think he's finally found that rhythm we saw in practice, we saw in qualifying. I think he's finally found it. As Jack Halleck closes, he's right on the rear end of William Brock now. It's been a while in this race since he's been able to get on the back of someone. He's had to deal with Vincent behind. How's our leaders? Because of a pitting Kyron Malcher. Pericles back on the back of Fitzwater. Fight for the lead! Side by side into turn one. Oh. Nice late braking out of Nick Pericles, and he's back to the lead. That's Finn Guy around. There was contact. Who hit him? Brock hit him. Brock hits Finn Guy. Malcher was forced to drive around and actually ends up forfeiting the spot to Adam Vincent. But Vincent now has damage. Brock now has damage. Malcher, because he was careful and safe and he avoided, he has no damage. Even though he lost the position, I think Halleck was the big gainer out of that wreck. Because now he'll be able to get past these guys better because they have damage. Anderson does not. He was able to get through that wreck. And here we go again. Pericles showing his speed. But how hard did they work those tires through those lap cars is the question. We'll be able to see when the pit delta is when Brock pits. Unless he pits now because of damage. He won't, but Vincent will because of damage. Because of Finn Guy's wreck, he will be forced to pit from damage, and that is probably day for Vincent, unless he's able to get back on track and possibly finish this off. Maybe just get damage repairs and fuel. Maybe that could save him. Anderson in P5 now. What? power unit issues have been the story of the day so far. And the pace out of Pericles has returned. 1:11.6 last time around. Even through all that traffic, he was able to pull these lap times. Through all that, he's still absolutely blazing. Fitzwater can't compare again. We thought that there was some kind of difference, some kind of chance that this race could take a whole new direction. But even through all that pit stops, all those lap traffic cars, the only thing that changed was Vincent's pit. Other than that, not much has changed, except for right here. Jack Halleck for podium in debut as well. Would be amazing. But Anderson. That's all I need to say. Just but Anderson. He's there. He's close. Rank C in the top 10. This is what Red Stallion has been needing. Maverick GP is having the day of their life, though. Now, Halleck. Oh, Halleck tries to run a safer line. Brock does not care. Contact. But because of people pitting, there goes Halleck. So Brock is faster. Oh, maybe Pericles expended too much of his tires. He has damage. What happened to Pericles? Coming to turn 1 on lap 32. Late braking. Could not control it. And hits Lorenzo Log. That's damage for Nick Pericles. That could change the game. Fitzwater in the wall. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's Halleck. There's Brock. Halleck pushes Brock wide to avoid Fitzwater. That wouldn't be an aggressive driving penalty because he was just trying to keep both of them out of Fitzwater so that they could stay alive. But this opens Halleck's chances for P2, but this also opens Anderson's chances for P2. Look at Anderson. He's there. Battle is on. Here comes Anderson on Brock. He's shown that he's one of the fastest guys in the field. Halleck has to go now if he wants to run from Anderson. So does Brock. I'm not sure if Brock wants to try to make this move. Fitzwater's nursing it now. I'm not sure if Brock wants to try to make a pass, because if he does, this may end up hurting himself. Here comes Anderson for P3. He's on a rampage right now. Where is Pericles? 10 seconds out. He's gone. Anderson, P3. What is happening? Anderson started P15 and is now on podium position. This would be another podium for Anderson this season. I believe he got the podium in New Jersey, and then his 2 wins. 3 podiums out of the 5 races this season. This would make it 4 out of 6, meaning in 2/3 of all of his races would end in a podium. My God, Anderson begins to close on Halleck. Now the huge problem is, if something happens to Pericles, this could end up giving this win to Anderson, which would be 3 in a row out of nowhere. That would come from left field, out of absolutely nowhere, and he would end up winning this. Here comes Anderson on Halleck. That's P2. He's not going to be able to make up the time to get P1, but a P2 for Max Anderson. After all that. All because Fitzwater made a mistake. Miscalculated the corner, ran wide, and threw his entire race down the drain. Now he's down near Roman Rahal, attempting soon to make that pass. Disappointment. Pericles pits. Oh my god. There is no way. Is this happening? No way! Is this happening? Oh my god! He's in for fuel and damage repairs. I think Pericles just had an issue. And that throws the win to Max Anderson, who has already won 2 races this season, is absolutely dominating this season. And starting P15, he's only got a few laps to go. We're coming to 3 to go this time around. If it was strategy and Pericles was pitting on normal strategy, then Pericles has this win. If not, then Anderson, he's in. They're all in. Okay. I thought Pericles may have had a problem. That was wrong. Carson Bowers heads to the lead. He's going to try to stretch his pit strategy. Not sure if that's a very good idea, but it's worth a try. This puts Duncan P2. If Duncan's able to finish P2, that would be last to second, which is impressive. There's Pericles. We were expecting him. Oh, Halleck tried to cut Anderson. Wait. Vincent's back! Oh! Looks like Vincent's back in this race again. Maybe. Possibly? No. The damage is still there. 2 races in a row, he's going to end with damage on the car, but still. Nice. Carson Bowers is in. Okay. Duncan in. Rowe in. That's it. That's it. That's game. Unless something happens to Pericles at this point, Nick Pericles just won this race. Nick Pericles has just won this race. Not by pit strategy. For the first time in Sunoco Elite Series history, Portland will not be decided by pit strategy. Instead, it will be decided by lap cars. The lap cars costed the others the lead, and when Pericles got the lead, he never looked back. Anderson, 2 to go. So anything can happen, but right now Anderson looks like he's going to bring home P2. And Halleck looks like he's going to bring home P3 podium on debut, which would join a very small group of people to do so. Whew. It looks like this race has finally calmed down. Ryan Monaco still fighting throughout this pack to do something. And this shows what happens when you make a mistake. Fitzwater, P16 registered now. There's Carson Bowers across the line. Is this last lap? Yes, it is. Final lap, Nick Pericles. The last time he won a race was Season 1, Las Vegas, which was more than 2 seasons ago. And now he's going to cruise. He could coast and win this race at this point. Nick Pericles is going to just dominate the last half of this race with more speed than anyone could think of having the fastest lap by 0.4 of a second, and he will pull one of the most absolute dominant wins. It may not seem like it, but this was very dominant out of Nick Pericles. And it's over. It's over. There's no way he can lose this now. Final corner. And Nick Pericles will bring home his first win since Season 1. And he's going to get it done in Portland. He gets the win. Max Anderson, starting P15, will come home P2. And Jack Halleck on debut will finish P3 and join a small group to get podium on debut. Jack Halleck, so much speed today. Vincent, through all that, comes home P4, and Brock rounding out the top 5. Just, what just happened? All that unfolding. Duncan started last, ends up still getting P7. All of Maverick in the top 10. Cousin Bowers P9, and Pinocchio Young rounds out the top 10. Stephen Thompson P12. That's really impressive for a rank D. He showed a lot of speed in Mid-Ohio in the past, and P12. Very impressive for Stephen Thompson. But most of all, impressive performance out of Nick Pericles. Good job, Nick Pericles. Let's go look at your finishing results. And Nick Pericles takes away the win here in Portland, which will be career win number 3. Max Anderson second, even through all that. Halleck will come on P3, career podium on debut. Vincent 4th, Brock 5th, Ray Hall 6th, Duncan 7th, Rowe 8th, Carson Bowers 9th, and Young rounding up the top 10. We had a lot of non-finishers, including Monaco, Stu Cole, Philip Scott, William Carlson Jr., Roger Ray, Gerardo Ron, Cordell Paulson, and Benoit Laverne. 2 of them being mechanical issue, one of them being mechanical. Everyone else had a wreck. But boy, is this going to shake up things in points, though, with Stephen Thompson, P12. The old, or maybe still the owner of Rookie of the Season, because Gatlin Downey held it coming in, and he finished P15. So, could possibly keep it. Zachary Fitzwater, because of that wreck, will end up P16. Torres, one of his best finishes of the season. First time in the top 20 this season. P19. So good job out of Sebastian Torres trying to dig his way out of the last 10 points. He won't do it yet. Congratulations, Nick Pericles. In chaos. But it was a chaotic race, but it was a fun race. Good job, Nick Pericles. Amazing job, Anderson and Halleck. Especially those 2. But Nick Pericles' first win since Vegas Season 1. We'll see you guys in round 7. Actually, I will see you guys in an update video coming soon discussing something about next season. So, just wait for that. That should be fun. A lot of people in the Discord have already heard about it. If you haven't and you're in the Discord, then, not the Club Productions Discord, it's in a different Discord. If you're in that Discord and you haven't heard about this, oh, it's going to be fun. Good job, everyone. We'll see you in round 7. Ciao.